We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. The stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon, and thank you guys so much for joining us on today's episode of Unbeatable. It is so lovely to have all of you guys here as we are jumping into our second episode where we are going to be dealing with the Vermilion City Gym, as our trainers have just walked through the doors of the Vermilion City Gym and they have heard an extreme amount of cursing, grunting, and noises of pain as they look out in front of them into this like massive 2-story tall open warehouse area that leads into this grid of, it almost looks like steel, maybe some other sort of shiny silverish metal rod sort of poking up out of the ground. There are rows of like maybe 8 rows deep, and it looks like it goes from wall to wall, spacing about every like 4 feet ish, and each of those rods has a copper sort of little dome on top of them. And as you watch, there are about 6 people currently attempting to make their way through those rods. What you also notice is that at seemingly random intervals, there are yellow-blue arcs of electricity going between the different rods. And every once in a while, as people try to make their way through this, you very quickly realize this is some sort of ever-changing electric maze in front of these people. And they can see where they need to go. It's just whether or not something happens like what you see in front of you as a younger gentleman attempts to walk between 2 of the poles and it immediately shocks the shit out of him. But you see this labyrinth in front of you. What is your character's first reaction to seeing this?
Coryne takes a step back. A big one.
I think Seth will ask the person at the front who is taking all of like the intake of trainers, and we'll just confirm like, and this is an optional challenge to complete for the gym.
The overworked gym worker, it looks to be like probably a young woman that's like a couple years older than you. She kind of lifts her like ponytailed head off the desk and goes, sorry kid.
Great.
That's Serge wants everybody to do the gym challenge.
Oh, that's so valiant of him.
Yeah. He does do it in his wheelchair though, so just to show off.
Well, yeah, he's the one that set up the puzzle.
Yeah. I just wanted to point it out. Anyway, I assume your trainer's here for the gym challenge? Trainer cards.
Corinne's like...
As you're like kind of worried, she kind of gives you a tired look and goes, whoosh, and just kind of takes it and goes and scans.
Okay.
This person is just like dead to the world. She starts again. She goes, okay, when do you guys want to do your battles? We've got slots open. Nobody wants to do this gym.
Oh, that's okay. Now then.
I know somebody who you'd be great friends with.
Okay. Yeah, 4 of you? Yeah. I mean, if you make it through the maze, you can get it done today. We've got plenty of time.
Okay.
But I sign up for tomorrow.
Yeah. No, sure. What time? It doesn't matter. You can show up at any time.
Probably early.
What is the scheduling? Jeez.
As you say, what is the scheduling? She like turns the monitor around, and it's just like it's like those things where it's got like the like half-hour like blocks for like individual people, and it's just green. Like today, there are 6 individual ones that are interspersed over the course of the like morning, and you see that not a single one of those motherfuckers down there has made it through the maze yet.
Is this something where if we can't make it through the maze, we can come back the next day to try, or?
If you fail the maze 3 times, you just get let through in terms of 3 days in a row.
Oh, that's good to know.
Corinne's gonna turn to the kid that got zapped and be like, hey, what day are you on?
You see, he's kind of like huffing. He's like, day 2.
You can do it! You can do it! You got this!
Yeah, I can do it. And he turns and he runs on his
shit.
heel. Let's see here. Let's roll his die.
Please make it. Please make it. Oh, come on. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
You know, maybe he didn't get
You
shot.
just see
Maybe
Coryne,
he,
like, just
he
wins.
just pulled a muscle
Oh.
or something.
The
That's
spasm
worse.
comes from the muscle and not the fucking
Oh my
lightning.
God.
Okay, yeah. Okay, for the three of you who want to get it done. I mean, if you want to get your maze done today while everybody else is here, you can. You'll come back tomorrow.
Oh, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and you're. Okay, and then Coryne Willows and Seth Wake. That's and you look like I'm interested. That's Cerulean Gym.
Yes. And
Oh, cool.
Cornucopia Daycare.
Yeah. I saw the
Folks at home,
tournament.
they know. They can do it.
Yeah. No, I saw the tournament. So like, I heard you say it like 30 times.
32.
Let's
but
see
yeah.
here.
Who's counting?
And then you see that she gets the Vermilion's card and goes, okay. Swipes it, passes all the 4 cards back. She kind of looks at you guys and goes, okay, you have a half an hour to complete the maze. Obviously, you get injured, we're going to call you out for the day. Don't do anything stupid. That's kind of it. This is yeah.
Are there other rules or guidelines for completing the maze?
Oh, no Pokemon use. This is all player. It is all trainer based.
Got it.
Yeah. Other than that, it's however you get across is how you get across. Just don't break anything, because then we'll have to charge you. If you break it, you buy it.
Coryne is gonna turn back to the person at the counter. So, you just gotta make it through? It's not
Yeah.
like how many times you get hit, right? You just gotta make it to the end.
Well, I mean, if you get too injured, we're gonna ask you to leave. But like, yeah.
Is the maze different for everybody?
Well, a little bit. I mean, it changes. You can, if you look at it, it does change. So like, it's not. Yeah. I don't want
How
to
you
give too much
supposed
away.
to get through? If it's just changing all the time.
To quote Lieutenant Surge when I asked him that sounds like a personal problem.
Coryne, like, literally guffaws.
And you can see that she like doesn't look proud of that statement and is not excited about that at all. She's like, this is my boss and he's a fucking sociopath.
Well, are you guys ready?
Nope. Coryne pulls out her phone, and you just see her doing a little bit of Googling, if you will. And then Coryne turns to Seth, DJ, and Vermilion's here, right?
Yeah, Vermilion is here.
Cool. So, like, we just have to make it through. Is there a way to just not take lightning damage if we get hit? I mean, can we, like, ground ourselves somehow?
You see Engineer Vermilion turns and starts thinking and goes, I mean, yeah, that's like, people deal with that kind of stuff all the time.
So what do we
You could
need
just
to do
stay
that?
in one long chain link.
Do we need, like, rubber or, like, a lightning rod or...
I mean, realistically, as long as we ourselves are grounded, it should be fine, right?
And then we wouldn't take damage from the lightning, right?
Right? That makes sense, right?
Well,
I'm scared. I don't like how much you're saying right. You're scaring me.
oh god, I'm trying to debate whether DJ would know this or whether I just know this.
Here, give me a education roll for DJ.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fair.
give me an education roll.
8.
8 is pretty good, and I'll tell you this right now. As someone who has this real life experience, I feel like DJ, with the background that we've come up with DJ, would have dealt with installing electric fences at some point in her life.
Oh!
And,
All right.
and I feel like, given that that's enough prerequisite real world knowledge for Aaron to have, I feel like that's enough prerequisite knowledge for DJ to have.
All right, so we do need big rubber soles. I don't know that we necessarily need a hunk of metal. The way that y'all can ground yourselves in like a facility is y'all normally have a bracelet that's electrically insulating, and then it connects to like the desk that you're working on. So if we can mimic that somehow, I think we'll be all right. Although, Vermilion, were you thinking a hunk of metal to hold out in front of us? Like, and direct the current
be
to
kinda
that
cool.
instead?
No, I was just thinking about how often I have to, like, be hung. Like, whenever I go work on any sort of, like, piece of, like, soldering or circuit board or anything, I normally ground myself to a piece of metal. Yours is a lot simpler. I was over-engineering and overthinking it.
Well, that could work. That could be how we mimic the bracelets, right? We ground ourselves to a small piece of metal. The problem is, I don't want that piece of metal to shock us.
Yeah, and also, if it goes too hard, won't it, like, get hot?
Yeah, what if we grounded
gloves.
ourselves to a piece of metal and we kept it in, like, a fabric sack?
Okay, we could try that. I'd be down to try that. And they start to, like, rummage through their bag. Does anyone have anything that might mimic what we're discussing?
I have my fishing rod.
That's fair. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's a
So aluminum cannot often be used as a ground electrode is the problem. So I don't think that would. I think Vermilion would probably mention that probably wouldn't be solid because it is canonically aluminum. Yes, Torie.
I have batteries in my flashlight.
You do have batteries in your flashlight. That would work.
mine's a crank.
Okay.
It is.
I will
It is.
take out-
Yeah.
I will take out 2 of the batteries, and start basically pulling apart the insides of the flashlight to try and get like a piece of metal wire.
Okay.
out.
Okay.
I'll just buy another one later and try and like, I don't know, try and make something out of like. We haven't gone anywhere yet, right? Like, have we dropped our stuff off anywhere, or do we have? It
Yeah,
with
remember
us?
you went to the Pokemon Center and you
Oh,
guys
right,
did the whole
right,
thing
okay.
where you guys took showers and everything like that. So you probably have like
Okay.
a light bag on you. You have as much of your stuff that you would normally walk around town with.
Okay.
All of it, no.
If we could run back to the Pokemon Center real quick, I can giggle something out of a tent, my sleeping bag stuff.
I mean, could we just wrap it in this? I have a hoodie.
Oh,
I also have my gloves
that
that I use for Richter too. Those are pretty
Oh yeah,
thick.
those are
Oh.
rubber gloves as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
we're all set.
Okay. Yeah. 100%. Let's see here. Torie, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you tell me high-low when I roll this die?
Low.
Oh no.
Okay. You, in your brain, as you're trying to sort of fashion this, and Vermilion obviously giving their sort of experience with, like, you know, with engineering, you guys work on this, and you think that you might be able to make this work for, like, 2 people. If they hold hands and go through with the amount of material and batteries you have. So which 2 people do you want to send through with basically this free walkthrough device that may or may not work?
Well, I'm going tomorrow, so I don't think I should go.
You can.
Okay.
Well, you can do the thing today and do your battle tomorrow.
Yeah,
You still need to get through the maze. So if you do that ahead of time,
Right.
that doesn't hurt you.
it's true.
But if you guys are gonna battle, oh, you know what though? We can make it through. I'll go through with one person. I'll go through with one person, and then I'll bring the contraption back, and I'll walk all y'all through. How about that?
I love it when Torie picks up on the thing that I hope she's gonna pick up on. Yeah! Oh, God, I love this group.
Nice.
All right, let me delete all these shit rolls that we had to do. Thank God. I was really, really hoping you guys were gonna find a way to cheat this. Like, you have no idea how much I was sitting here going, God, I hope they fucking, like, just do something that means that they don't have to roll 20 dice. Let's
I
go! Okay.
I'm saving
So-
Matt from having to make dice rolls before this gym match.
I was ready for it.
So as you guys walk up, you hear the maze sort of like zzz, 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 of like just like electricity arcing from one pole to the other. The little copper like tops, and you'll see it kind of moving. And like for a second, Torie, as DJ's looking and you're like kind of like looking at Vermilion and stuff, you realize that there totally is some sort of pattern, and it almost looks like a game of like Snake, like going around the grid. But you don't have to think about that. Who is going with you, DJ, first?
I think the 2 engineers should test their theory.
I was
first.
gonna say,
Yeah.
I feel like I should pull Vermilion because we're the ones that rigged it, so we should be the ones that fail if it should
Okay.
fail.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, you see at this point, there's like the other 6 people, like 4 of them are like taking a breather. They're all kind of like, you see like little teeny like red burns and stuff like up and down arms and everything, and like little like soot marks and stuff, and everybody's hair is frizz to fuck, just absolutely obscenely like up and crazy. And there's like two people in the middle of the maze, like okay, and they're like very like high effort, like maximum effort, trying to get through between each of the rows as they're going. And what is sort of the vibe as you sort of step into the grid and move forward? What does that look like? Give me the physicality. Give me everything that's going on.
DJ is going to hook arms with Vermilion.
Okay,
like
Vermilion kind of
elbow.
like, yeah, it kind of has to lean down, but yeah, 100%.
All right. And she's just going to start marching through at a quick pace. And as they pass people, she can go, hey, how are you? Sorry. Hey, excuse me. Sorry. Hey, hi. You're doing great. You're doing so good. And she's going to, like, give
to reiterate, there's two people in the maze. So you're saying all of this to two people?
Correct.
Because you got to snake around and you'll pass them more than once.
So as you're just sort of like, as you're just sort of like walking, there's the thing, like you get 3 rows deep before any electricity actually arcs around you guys. And at this moment, you see it, and it just sort of like harmlessly passes you by, as electricity always takes the path of least resistance, and just.
I love that.
And you guys are able to freely walk through the maze, fucking completely skipping the gym challenge. And you deposit Vermilion on the other side, and when you do so, they look at you and go, God, I love engineering. This is great.
I do too. Me, Torie. Hi, I do too.
Torie appears as a god.
Torie spits on the ground. I could never.
I'll learn a little bit about it from my Paul, but he's smarter than I am.
Okay.
All right, you stay here. I'll be right back. And she's gonna boogie on out.
Okay, goodbye. You hear them behind you.
I want to look to Coryne and say, do you want to take the engineering route, or do you want to try it?
Why would you ask Coryne this question?
The tracking's pretty good. What's the worst that could happen? Second worst thing that could happen.
I mean, if I don't make it, can I retry it?
Yeah.
Coryne over the shoulder. Can I retry it today, or do I have to wait till tomorrow?
You do have to wait till tomorrow if you fully fail, but like getting outed once is just the one minor wound, so you're fine. Like you have basically 3 attempts today to get through.
Okay. Corinne's gonna kind of like squint side-eye Seth and be like, we'll try it. Well, if I get hit twice right before I'm meant to get out the last time, I'll try and get out. But I'll try.
Sounds like a plan. Great.
I love the hubris and impatience that has to go into this. Okay. All right. So, Seth, you're going to try and get through, you said, with your tracking. That's totally viable and doable. Coryne, are you just going to try and like sprint past it? Are you what are you doing?
I'm hoping we work
here?
together still.
You can work together, but it is requiring like separate rolls from everybody. What I'll do is I'll add your guys' roll together, and I'll also add your difficulties together, so that one can cover for the other if one falls short.
Gotcha.
Does that seem valid and fair?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I then, in this case, how I'd like to try, let me know if I can do this.
Okay.
If something is about to like, if lightning is about to hit one of us, is it possible for me to like use my strength or athletics to either shove
To put me
one
in
of
the
us
way?
out of the way, or like Mario long jump it to try and get past it?
We'll see. When we get there,
Okay.
we'll see. When we get there, we'll see.
Aaron's like, no, Kenna.
All right, Barry Allen, let's get going. Okay, so then if that's the case, you guys see the maze in front of you. At this point, DJ has just deposited Vermilion. DJ, you turn, and you see your 2 friends get down into sprint position.
Oh,
Do we get any type of advantage for having seen how the maze goes? If you said it's like in a snake-like pattern, or is that from
so
their
that was
perspective
me
being in-
validating that if somebody wanted to try and use what you're about to do, tracking to get through it, it's a totally valid way to get through it. So that was less like granting the advantage.
Or did they see it?
So you've seen that there is a pattern. You don't currently have the pattern figured out because that's what the roll was going to be for. I guess 3, 2, 1. Roll your die. For you. So wait, real quick, Coryne, how are you helping in this way when it comes to like going through? Are you just trying to like be the preventative and shove Seth and do all those things? How are you? Are you trying to be the speed? Are you trying to be the muscle? Are you trying to be the brains? What are you doing here?
I'd like to be the speed.
Okay.
Or no, not speed, because I know what that's gonna be. I want to be the muscle.
Okay.
And like, but I want to like listen for like last minute like zzz, zzz, and then if I think that it's gonna happen, I would just want to like shove him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check, and Seth, roll me a tracking check, please. 8.
We're adding badges. 16.
Okay, cool. You guys, so that's 16 plus 8 is 24. That's exactly double the difficulty. So at this point, the first roll is the lowest difficulty. As you guys go to step, it is again from DJ's perspective. You have just successfully, safely, and with 0 effort dropped off Vermilion. You turn and you see Seth and Coryne both go, and they both start going, and Seth's sort of in the lead, and you can see Seth's eyes darting from like electrical bolt to electrical bolt. And Seth, what is the call out as you like start going through and start noticing things that are about to go around your path?
Okay. As we take our first step in, I'm going to say, Coryne, I apologize. I forgot to say what our code words will be if we go left or right or forward. So I'm just going to say right hand, left hand, move. And that's going to be forward. I hope you get that. Just follow me. Grab my shirt. We're going to just go.
And Coryne,
it was one of those, I had a plan walking up to it, stepped in. Lightning started to happen, and I'm like, okay, I gotta be primal and react to what's around me at the moment.
Yeah. No think, just go.
No think, just move.
All right, so you step forward, Coryne. You put both your hands onto Seth's shoulder, and Seth, you see one coming from the left.
Move right.
Okay, you go move right, and you feel Corinne's whole muscles, both you and Coryne to the right.
I think I say move right. I don't move right. Coryne just shoves me to the right. Like a loose leaf of paper.
All right, again. Roll again.
Oh my god.
He's just gonna stand at the entrance and wait for them to signal they need help.
Okay. As you've turned and you're like, I'm gonna go get them, Vermilion goes, okay, bye. And then you like stop and you're just looking at this, and Vermilion goes, I don't think they want you to come get them.
I'll
14.
hang out here with you then.
You said 14? You said 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and 12. Then Coryne, 12. Okay, so with the higher difficulty, you're supposed to be 18, so 14 plus 12 is gonna be fucking a high number. That's what, 26? That's gonna beat 18. Okay, so with that, you see one like that is in front of you, Seth, that turns and points directly at you, going straight for you from the other side.
From the other side,
yeah.
We move left and roll forward. So I'm just gonna move in a diagonal.
Coryne, you've been told left and roll forward. What does it look like as you drag Seth?
So Corinne's gonna like whip him to the left, and then all she's gonna do, this is gonna be, so all you're gonna feel is like a whole forearm in your gut, and you're just gonna feel you both roll together
Tumble
to where you need to go.
Okay, cool. Roll for me one more time. And I mean the dice, not your bodies. Uh-oh.
Kenna.
That's another 8? What did you get?
Okay, Kenna, what'd you get?
3.
Plus anything?
There's 1 plus 2. Oh no!
So you guys, Seth, at this point,
no.
you see that there is one coming from directly behind you. What do you do? What are you doing? You hear that coming up behind you.
Run forward.
Okay, and then Coryne, how do you fuck this up?
So we had like just come out of the roll, right? And as Coryne is like coming up, I feel like her foot catches on Seth's, and she like tries to like set Seth straight and ends up like shoving, and then like just fucking eats it.
You guys immediately feel the electricity sort of like, it doesn't feel like it's washing over you. The first thing you feel is your skin kind of get hot and numb immediately. It's sort of like, and it's more of like, it's closer to like a prank electricity than like, you know, actual burning hot pain. It is enough to like cause like a light red rash, but it's not enough to like permanently disfigure you or like, you know, burn you in any way. As you guys fuck up the roll, I am gonna need your fourth roll.
Oh no.
Same difficulty as the last one.
That's the same 8.
Same 8,
14.
okay, and 14. 8 plus 14 together is 22. That is not enough to pass the third difficulty. So at this point, you guys, Coryne, you managed to recover, and Coryne rolled the higher number, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you like successfully at this point are starting to like pull Seth out of the way, and you're listening for the zzz, and Seth, you're like fucked up at this point from getting pushed into a roll and then hit with electricity. You think you hear one coming from the left. What direction is it actually coming from?
I don't know.
Like the
top
back.
of me.
And immediately you guys get zzz again. At this point, DJ, you've seen that they've got twice. If they get got again, they're done for the day. The thing is, you can only take one with you at a time. Who are you pulling out?
So she's just gonna bop forward and be like, all right, okay, one of you stay here. Stay here. Which one of you looks worse?
I think we've taken the same amount of damage.
Yeah, they took the same amount of damage. They're both taking 2 minor
yeah.
Which
wounds.
one of you looks the most disoriented, though? Like, not necessarily worse damage-wise.
Which one got more fucked up mentally by this?
I mean, Corinne's just tanking the electricity, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to navigate through.
Okay, Seth gets pulled out. As you kind of like grab hands with Seth.
I know. Hey, you know you should have put your shoes in sport mode.
They are. Coryne stepped on them.
Oh.
I'm sorry!
Okay. While Seth is being fucking medevaced out of this by DJ.
Does that fair?
Coryne, this is going to be significantly lower difficulty because you're not trying to move forward. It's just we're going to do one more roll to see if you can avoid the electricity long enough for Torie to come back and get you, or whether or not you fail the maze today.
Okay.
Okay.
As soon as DJ and Seth like start to take off away from Coryne, Corinne's going to shrink as much as she possibly can into a ball, like make herself as small as possible, and just wait and like listen for the zaps.
Okay. Can you then roll me your choice? If that is the case, can you roll me your choice of an agility or fortitude roll, please?
Ooh, fortitude. Oh, that was really close to an explosion. 11 plus 2, 13.
Okay, definitely gonna pass it. You're totally fine at this point as you just kind of ball up and you're waiting for the zzz, and you're waiting and you hear a noise and you feel DJ's hand on your shoulder.
Oh, what's up?
You doing all right?
Yep, I was just, life flashing before my... Can you take me out?
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
All right, you did good. You did real good. I can't believe you made it this far. And she's just gonna kind of guide Coryne out.
I look at Seth and I'm like, we are not doing that again. We are not doing that again.
2 blocks away, or 2 rows, I guess I should say. I feel like that was pretty good progress.
Y'all did great.
Jeez.
As you guys like approach the end and all 4 of you officially pass the boundary with your cheat code that you guys made, you hear like a noise and you turn and you see that all 6 motherfuckers behind you are all just standing applause at the fact that you fuckers have all made it through at this point in time, as they've been there all day. The average teenager does not think to cheat electricity.
Were there 6 people in the maze or 2 people in the maze?
There were 2 people in the maze, but 4 were taking a break. Remember, there were 6 total that were out in the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to the group. Y'all think I should go help? Oh, okay.
No, that's not sportsmanlike. We did it as a group. I think
We're a
they should
squad.
have to figure it out. Yeah. If anything, we didn't show them what we made, right? Like, we're good.
No.
Keep it on the DL.
Okay. What do I do with this? And DJ's gonna hold up the shell of her flashlight.
It's like, puts it down. Just put it in the bag. We'll deal with it later.
Oh. And she'll
Okay.
strap it back in where it goes.
Okay.
She ain't subtle.
That's fair. Okay. So, as you guys have made it to this other side, you can see that the building like tapers in and down to like sort of like a wide hallway that's maybe like 20 foot wide. And you remember I said this is like a 2-story like open ceiling sort of like room. But you can see that the hallway like that it tapers to goes up some steps to like a large like the hallway goes up to like a second floor that's like a raised floor. It's still same room, but it's just like a level higher, if that makes sense. And as you guys start to walk up the steps, you can see that second floor is a raised podium that is a battlefield, is a Pokemon battlefield. And you can see that there are several sort of like gym trainers milling about. Unlike almost every other gym you guys have seen, there is really not a lot of like viewership presence in this gym. You see that there's like one set of bleachers and it's mostly like gym trainers who are sitting on it. And they seem to have just taken their seats as like everybody up here seems to be like scurrying to get into position because you guys have made it through and that wasn't an expectation that just happened. But it seems like this gym is a lot more focused on the fight. Like even sort of the metaphor of the podium for the battle is literally above the gym challenge. Like you are ascending past the gym challenge you've just done. And as you're sort of there, one of the gym trainers comes up to you, a masked person, probably again like a few years older than you. The average gym trainer is probably early 20s, and they walk up to you and they're like, "We haven't seen anyone do anything like that in a while. It has been a couple months, so good on you guys."
What were you
Pretty
talking
smart.
about? We didn't do
Oh, they can't hear us
anything.
down there. The acoustics in this room are fine. They're not going to be able to hear most of this conversation.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, and it was a good job. Honestly, it's always really entertaining to watch them throw themselves at the maze for like a couple days. We did have somebody get the challenge a few weeks ago, immediately leave and come back wearing one of those big yellow raincoats and big like flood boots. And that was pretty
I
funny.
mean, that was. Did it work?
For a time. Insulation only does so much. Grounding is the better option. Yeah. But it's always nice to see somebody do that. Anyway, Surge is getting alerted right now, so he can come and battle you guys. You three are the ones who are battling today, right?
Yes.
And points to Vermilion and the two of you.
Oh, yes.
Okay, do you have a preference of order as to who's going first?
I think Vermilion made it through first.
Now, I do, before you answer, I want to be honest. Surge is not doing the best these days, so whoever goes first, I don't know how many battles he's going to have energy for today. You might just have to fight a gym trainer. You'll still get your badge. It'll still be the proper challenge. So does anyone have a preference for, like, actually battling Surge? I know a lot of people come trying to battle Surge.
I would.
Can I look at Vermilion to see what they're...
Vermilion is sort of like almost like immediately like kind of gives like the like, oh, I have no preference. Please, if this matters to someone, please don't observe me kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of vibe. So if Coryne shows any amount of preference, Vermilion sort of like quickly nods and like is like, yes, absolutely, please, Coryne, go first, sort of thing.
Yeah. I can go first.
Okay. And again, there's no like, I'm not guaranteeing that whoever's going last isn't going to get to battle Surge, but you know, you guys did you guys did the Seafoam tournament.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we did.
Yeah. No, that was a good battle. I didn't get to see it in person, but we had it on the big screen in the rec room here. You guys did good. You're only here for your third gym badge?
We move slow.
Okay. Well, I mean, slow is relative. We're not even 2 months into the season yet.
We move quick.
What I was more saying is you guys battle like people who have more badges than you do. So this is not going to be the most difficult thing in the world. you guys are probably going to win today. Good luck. And you see he kind of like jogs off to go, it seems like talk to probably Surge to get ready to go. Leaving the four of you to your own devices for a moment as people kind of like filter about getting ready. It seems like there is somebody in the corner who like pulls out like a camcorder and puts it on a tripod and like hooks it up to some sort of computer. It seems like people are getting ready for a gym battle to actually take place.
Where should we sit?
There is a small bleacher there that you guys do have access to, or you could sit along the sidelines or stand, whatever you'd prefer.
I'll stand on that sideline.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop out Aleppo.
Okay, 100%. You hear Ivy Thor. He kind of like looks at you with a like not all there expression that he has.
Hey, bud. We're just gonna sit and watch, but you gotta cheer real loud, yeah?
Ivy, and you see like two vines like pop up and sort of like do like a arm wave sort of thing.
All right, give me some fin and all right.
With the vine.
Realize, yeah.
I mean, technically, like
anyway.
leaves are fins of.
I guess if they're on like an animal,
Plant
yeah,
fins.
that they're just like a really thin. I hate that actually. I don't know why I don't like that, but
It'll
it's
be
true.
a plant fin. You'll have a plant fin. Poblano will have a fin, and then Tabasco can have a fist fin. I feel
You
like that's
say
probably
that,
correct.
and Aleppo tries to like follow along, and then you see like Aleppo like think, and then like try really hard, and you see like the leaves on the back like barely like tremble. It's like those aren't like meant to move.
Don't hurt yourself.
You know what?
Don't
You
hurt
can-
yourself.
No,
It's all right. I'm just no. Oh god.
We can give you endorphins.
Endorphins. Perfect. Great. All right, bud. Come here. I'm gonna scoop him up in my arms, and we're gonna go stand next to Seth.
Okay, sounds good. Vermilion is going to join you guys and take out Kakuna at this point, and like just like watching goes, okay, so this is like what you're going to be doing one day. Okay, so you need to pay attention because this is what you're going to be doing. And then they like, you realize that they pull out like a thin like plastic, almost like it looks like bowl with like a wide base at some point. They put it on the ground and they sit Kakuna in it, and it like perfectly holds Kakuna vertical on the ground. So okay,
That's
Here.
adorable.
stay right there.
Nice.
As you guys pull up the sidelines, Coryne, what is the sort of like vibe as you are sort of like shepherded over to the side of the like arena that is meant for the challenger?
Coryne is a little retrospective about the maze that they just went through, right? Kind of wondering and pondering on why this is the first gym that they've had that has a puzzle like this, and she's like, what's the point? And is almost kind of getting in her head about Lieutenant Surge and about like the mentality of the gym, why we're going about things the way that, like, again, what is the point? And so isn't even necessarily focused on battling right now, is more like trying to get in the headspace of the gym leader.
Okay.
Yeah, very introspective.
Can you roll me an empathy check, please?
Sure, I sure can.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you said you're trying to get in the headspace, right? That's the definition of empathy.
Yep.
That's what you're going
oh,
for.
It's this dice, okay. 9.
9 is pretty solid. As you sort of like look at sort of like the interior, almost like brutalist architecture of like this building, but it still has like pops of color and everything. You look down at this like very industrial puzzle that's there, which like factually, that this used to be a thing in like every gym, and this is sort of like a holdover. Because even Brand had you guys do a gym challenge in the gym that he had that isn't even a physical gym, right? But as you kind of like look down at like the 6 people who are trying to still prove themselves at this point, and in fact, actually it's 5 now. One of them has failed the challenge out for the day. And you look at the gym trainers around, you can see that these people not only are strong physically, it seems like this gym is used in its literal sense of it is a Pokemon gym. It is where people go to train. But they have this sort of aura of confidence that you really felt along a lot of the top 32 of the tournament that you were just in, where it seems like this sort of entire institution is about proving oneself to be strong. And not necessarily in more of a toxic way, though there is definitely some level of toxicity to any amount of like strength proving, but more in a way that is like, that is a valued attribute, and this is the place where people who value that attribute go. Of being strong, whether that's through fortitude, physical strength from what you're seeing, mental strength, like acuity of some form, Pokemon battling being number one, of course, but you see athletic bodies, you see smart minds, you see attractive people. It is anyone who can be considered strong in a specific way is what you see around you. And even as the doors on the other side of the gym open and you see that there is a wheelchair that is sort of pushed out, you see a man who you saw about 2 weeks ago last in Seafoam leading the trainers who were below 4 badges away from the Seafoam arena. He is probably in his like mid to late 70s. The sort of like larger muscularity that he was known for in his youth having mostly left him, and now just a bit bulkier. Faded tattoos, hair that is the only edges of are blonde anymore. Most of it has gone fully gray. But he still keeps himself clean shaven. And you see as one of the like gym trainers like wheels out the wheelchair, even a few feet before the gym leader podium, he sort of stops the wheelchair and like pushes himself up to his feet and limps his way over to the arena itself, almost like, again, proving to himself that he is strong, able to walk on his own 2 feet.
So, you're my challenger for today.
Yes, sir.
I recognize you. Seafoam, you were there.
I was, yes.
Top 32?
Top 16.
Nice. Well, it's gonna be a 1v1, 3 Pokemon each. You happy with that?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. You ready for this?
Couldn't be more. Let's go.
Okay.
You see he kind of like stretches his leg and his entire like boned body just full cracks, every single one of them.
Jesus.
And he almost seems to grow like 2 whole inches as you see sort of like the confidence and energy of a younger man in the body of this much, much older man.
Are we having a King Boomy situation?
It is very much sort of like the King Boomy of like the badass old dude.
Wrong
but
choice.
As Lieutenant
Except
Surge
not
kind of
psychotic.
yeah, whoa, I don't know about that one. Just psychotic in a different way.
Different psychotic.
But as he cracks his neck, you hear like the jingle of like his dog tags that are there. And you see he kind of holds a hand out and he goes, Kenna, can you please roll me 1d6, please? So I know what team
gosh.
you're up against.
4.
4. You called it before the session. You were up against team 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what that
one.
means, but yeah, I called it.
And as his hand is reached out, he goes, Team 2 should work for this one. And you see one of the gym trainers runs up with like 3 great balls, and sort of hands them to him, and he puts 2 on his belt, and he takes one and he goes, all right then, begin. And he shouts out. There is no ref for this match. He is reffing this match as both the gym leader and the ref. And he tosses the Pokeball in the air and very much is expecting you to have done the same as he throws it up. What Pokemon are you leading with?
I'm actually gonna bring out Smolder first.
Oh shit! Okay, as you do so, give me the full narration. What does Smolder's first official battle look like?
Sure. So, as Lieutenant Surge is like, begin, Corinne's like, and she grabs the ball and she doesn't really throw it. She like clicks the button and like tosses it in the air and then catches it. And as the red light kind of spills out and Smolder appears on the field, the first thing that happens is it's like watching a firework. So you know that moment of like it igniting and blowing up. It's like super, super bright flash. Smolder like kind of explodes out of that red light, and you see that really bright flash as his ability, which is Drought, comes into effect, which is harsh sunlight conditions.
Okay, let me pull up the harsh sunlight rules so that I have those ready. Okay.
And through, as fireworks are, right, they're super beautiful and really pretty. As soon as that initial flash fades, you see this really adorable Vulpix whose little hair is all fluffy and their tail is super fluffy, and then just the big round eyes, and the eyes kind of widen a little bit in excited anticipation.
Absolutely. And as you toss that out, and Smolder sort of like lands, Vulpix, like just lands onto the ground. Can you please roll Smolder's speed die for me, and then I will narrate what Surge is throwing out.
It is a 10.
10. Okay. So as Smolder sort of hits the ground, Smolder hits the ground faster and with more drive than the familiar bright yellow flash of fur that hits the ground in front of Surge, as a Pikachu lands on the ground, and immediately sort of like starts to like give Smolder the eye of like, oh shit, we're in battle, okay. And this Pikachu is very much an adolescent Pikachu, like not near the level of strength that you saw in the tournament that even like Spike Surge was training. And as this Pikachu comes out, I actually went and I rolled a 6 on my speed roll. So you are going to succeed in the speed roll. As this battle begins, Smolder starts the drought. You're immediately going to go into your first turn unless we have anything with priority that needs to be established, which I don't.
I don't have any priority moves either.
Okay.
Okay, great. So, Smolder's gonna hit the ground, have those really big, adorable eyes, and the very first thing they're gonna do is lock eyes with the Pikachu and then just kind of smolder at the Pikachu, as the namesake goes, as they use baby doll eyes.
Oh shit, that's a status move. Okay.
Yep. So the user stares at each Pokemon in range that it can see, which lowers its attack die by 1 until fainted, returned, or end.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that to me. What'd you roll?
Well, it's something that you have to roll for, right?
Yes. So status moves, you still use your special attack for status moves.
Okay, excellent. I wasn't sure because it didn't have that like May clause in there.
It's if it hits.
Oh, sure. That is going to be a 9.
Oh my goodness, you're beating my second 6 of the day. As you immediately get in there with that, what does that look like? Your baby doll eyes.
So as soon as Smolder kind of hits the Pikachu with the baby doll eyes, I feel like the Pikachu just goes, what? Like thinks Smolder is like the cutest thing ever.
The biggest fucking eyes, the ears immediately go down, just Pika! Like fully into it. Yeah, 100%.
And it's just like a battle of cuteness.
Okay, yeah. As that goes off, I will immediately drop Pikachu's attack die by 1. And anything else on Smolder's turn?
No, I don't think so. I think Smolder's just gonna stand their ground and look cute. Okay.
Pikachu is momentarily distracted by the baby doll eyes, but is going to sort of like shake itself out of it. And you see that like as that heat, because that drought really like started to affect the field and that heat started to hit it. You see that at this point, Pikachu's gonna go Pika and start to just like concentrate for a second. And you actually saw something similar to this during the tournament. As the Pikachu begins to spark and move, that electricity almost seems to like imbue itself into the ground, and this like almost sort of like yellow fog that sparks and jolts begins to appear a few feet from the ground, like emanating from it. It is going to use electric terrain. So just to clarify for electric terrain, Pokemon can no longer fall asleep, and electric type moves deal an additional 2 wounds when they deal damage. I'm gonna really quickly glance back at the audience. How are you guys, like what is the vibe as you're starting to like get into the battle and watch Coryne like just getting these opening setting moves going?
Get him for Smolder.
No.
Get him for Smolder.
I think Seth is watching how Surge kind of had that surge of energy to get him to the from his chair to the field, and how he's like kind of a different posture and attitude, same guy, but like is more of a I'm focusing on this and using all of my energy to do this one thing. which he kind of respects to see. And Smolder is just the cutest little Pokemon, and I don't want to see it get hurt.
Too bad.
But yeah, that's Seth's perspective.
All right, what about DJ? What's going on with DJ?
DJ and Aleppo are standing where Aleppo is on her head. So they both have goggles on. DJ put her typical goggles on, and then you see that she's given Aleppo like a little pair of glasses for his eyes when the drought started going into effect. And then he's gonna be like on her shoulder, on her head, like just climbing all over her, while she's just taking notes about how both sides of the battle are going and who's using what moves. She's just really trying to absorb all the information on how like a Vulpix fight and how a Pikachu fights, because she's never really seen a battle like this before. Okay.
Top of the round. I'm assuming that there's no priority, so we're gonna go directly into Smolder's turn. What's Smolder doing as he's already set up?
Corinne's gonna see the kind of electricity fog. So that is something that's like an arena effect, right?
Yeah, that is what's called a terrain move, which can coexist with a weather ability, which is what you've got going on with your harsh sunlight.
Okay. Because this is Smolder's first battle, Corinne's gonna kind of shout out, Smolder, be really careful with that electricity. It's gonna hurt twice as much now, okay? And Smolder is gonna kind of be like, and instead of getting close to the Pikachu, Smolder is gonna kind of drop the cute facade and is gonna start like spinning in a circle.
Okay, I know what's coming.
And you just see, so like you see as the Vulpix is spinning in a circle, coming off of the tail and off of the little mane, you just start to see like flames as Smolder starts to generate a fire spin. And then as soon as Smolder like full stops, the momentum of that spin keeps going across the field and aims towards Pikachu.
Okay, 100%. Go ahead and roll for it.
Okay, special attack. Okay, that was a 6 plus 4 is 10.
Meets it, beats it. 4 is plus 4 is 10. 6 plus 4. Go for it. Okay, Fire Spin is going to deal an additional 2 wounds because of the harsh sunlight. I believe it's a stab, so that's an additional wound there as well. I am not weak to it, so it's normal. So what's the base damage on Fire Spin normally?
It's just 1 wound, so in total that's going to be 4 wounds.
4 wounds, absolutely. What does that look like as the Fire Spin hits?
Sure, so as the Fire Spin hits Pikachu, at first it just like kind of circles around the Pikachu, and then it like widens and kind of grows taller, and you just kind of see like, if you've seen like flame tornadoes, it's kind of scary, because the Pikachu is now trapped in this Fire Spin that's gonna rage for 1d4 turns. And at the end of each turn spent in there, it's going to take an additional minor wound. But I have a question. Because of harsh sunlight, are we adding 2 wounds to that?
No, because harsh sunlight specifically is worded on a hit because I saw this coming. I saw this scenario coming.
Darn.
Okay.
So
let's see here.
Would you like me to roll the d4 or you to roll the d4?
You can roll the d4. Go for it. 4. So yeah, as Pikachu's getting hit by this fucking like fiery spin, it's gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. So you see at this point the Pikachu starts to like look around and is like getting like hit by the fire, and it sucks, and it's starting to get really hot. So immediately you can see this like Pikachu like run straight up to Smolder, and you see like this like sort of weak looking electrical pulse go out in front of it. And it's gonna attempt to hit you with just a little bit of electricity. Go ahead and roll a special defense die.
Okay.
Oh, explosion, yes!
Okay. No, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13.
14. 6 plus 4 plus 4. Boom, 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 boom. So, at this point in time, as that like little electric pulse hits Smolder, it is enough to, this is a stab move, so that's going to deal, it's because of electric terrain, it's going to deal 5 wounds. But at this point, as you see the Pikachu like go and hit Smolder with this little bit of electricity, the Volt Switch takes effect, and immediately Pikachu is returned as part of its turn, and you're going to see this moment where it's actually a Pokemon you saw earlier this morning as you were walking through town, though a different of its species. As a young, sort of gangly-looking dog Pokemon, a Boltund takes its place onto the battlefield. And that is going to be their turn as we go back up to the top to your turn.
Okay, cool. Great. Fabulous. We love that. Okay. I feel like what happens is Coryne is kind of like taken aback because this is the first battle that Corinne's had where somebody is like switched out a Pokemon so fast.
This is literally, I want to clarify, literally the first switch out in the entirety of Unbeatable that we've ever had in a battle.
Yeah.
And it was part of a Volt switch.
I feel like Smolder, after getting hit, is also kind of like, what the fuck?
What the fuck just happened? It just turned into a dog. What happened?
Yeah. I have a question. With the Pikachu gone, is the terrain effect still in effect?
It is still there. That is literally the Pikachu's entire job, is set up electric terrain and get out.
What a bitch. Okay. In that case, Smolder is gonna kind of open one eye after taking some wounds that didn't feel super hot and clock the Boltund, and instead of, like, for anybody that's watching Smolder, you kind of see Smolder just like sit on its hind legs very peacefully, and it closes its eyes completely. And if this were an anime, you would see kind of like this pulse come out from the center of its mind as it's going to use extrasensory.
Ooh, psychic. All right.
Which is a psychic type move, and it's going to try to deal some damage and also make the Boltund flinch.
100%. Let's go ahead and see if it hits. Oh shit, you explode again.
9,
Okay.
10, 11, 12, 13. I rolled an 8 and then I rolled a 1.
13 beats my 7. You absolutely hit. Let's go ahead and roll for flinch real quick.
Sure. Shut up. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Okay.
No one is
8,
Cool,
9,
cool,
10,
cool, cool.
11, 12, 13, 14.
All right. So you beat mine. Very cool. I got a 12. So you're going to hit and flinch. Go ahead and calculate the wound damage for me, and then we'll talk about what it looks like.
Sure. Because it's just a psychic type move, it's just going to be 3 wounds.
Okay. 100%.
And there's no stab and no like fire effect that takes on that.
Okay. 100%.
Yeah, so as that like mind pulse comes out of Smolder, nobody can see it, right? Because it's psychic. So I feel like the only thing that people see is the Boltund like yelp, and then just kind of like dazedly, like, you know when puppies come back from like the vet and they are high on medicine.
100%. Absolutely.
I feel like that's kind of what happens.
Yeah, and as that fucking goes through, it's literally going to be Boltund's entire turn, sort of like, flinch, not being able to do anything. And we go back up, Smolder immediately takes another turn.
Okay, flinch isn't persisting, right?
No, it is the next time that round.
Okay.
But if you can get a flinch lock.
Yeah. And I feel like Corinne sees that happen and like recognizes the move, and she goes, Smolder, that's brilliant! Keep going with that! And Smolder is just like, oh, thanks, and goes ahead and just does it again.
You can't help but think about in the first ever gym battle that you watched Seth have, how that was exactly how he won his fucking battle. Okay,
Corinne learns.
Yeah. Corinne learns. Okay, spec defense. What'd you get?
Okay, 10.
10? I got 9. 5 plus 4. So, it's gonna hit again. Let's roll the fucking thing.
Okay. This one's a 9. Ooh, 5.
Okay. Meets it, beats it. 5 plus 4. I'm only rolling
What is
D6s and D8s on this
happening?
Pokemon. I'm only rolling D6s,
I mean,
D8s,
me too,
and
to
the
be
occasional
fair.
D4.
D6
And because
okay,
meets
so
it
we
beats it,
flinch again?
statistically, you should get it. Yeah, you go for the whole damage, which is another 3 wounds, and you get for a second flinch. What does this one look like as you combo into a second flinch lock?
Sure. So I feel like this time, because it's just like slamming this Boltund with like mental barrages, right? So the first one was like a yelp. The second one I feel like is just a howl of pain from the Boltund. And you kind of see like this, if you could see magnetic fields, you kind of see this like coming off of full picks. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This sort of like, as I once again skip my turn. And real quick, anybody want to say anything from the audience at this point, or are we good?
I think DJ's gonna like lean over to Seth and be like, I reckon that dog's about to go down.
Yeah, I think so too. I didn't know Smolder knew that move.
Know that.
Yeah. And to be honest, I really don't even know what move he's doing because he's just sitting there menacingly.
Menacingly.
But he looks so cute, so I'm not mad about it.
Okay, cool.
He's so cute.
We go to Smolder's third turn in a row.
You just hear Coryne go, again.
Again.
So
You're
we're gonna do it
encoring
again.
on your own fucking Pokemon. Again. All right.
Just cheering Smolder on.
Yeah, go for it. 100%. Are you going for another? Okay. Let me.
Okay, I'm not even
I'll roll another
bullshitting,
6
that
one
was
of these
another
days.
Explosion.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
9,
wild.
11, 12, 13, 14.
14. That beats my 8. Let's see if it flinches again.
Dang. 8.
I fucking hate you. I'm so upset. I'm so upset for so
I can't
many
read
reasons.
that. What does it say?
That's a
you roll?
4. I don't know if it'll show up. That's a 4.
Aaron.
So that's a 4 plus 4. That's 8.
That's another 3 wounds.
Okay.
Are we? I
3
know that
wounds.
this is a
Okay.
gym leader battle, so it's not going to be the same. So
I
what
mean,
do
you
we-
might use it, but currently the gym leader's not using friendship for a gym battle.
No?
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Are you kidding me? I mean, not on all the
I don't
Pokemon, on the
know.
strongest Pokemon, obviously. But on this one,
Sure.
the Boltund, because again, this is about you proving what you know at a specific power tier. So as you are like encoring Smolder and you've gotten this flinch lock as 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9, hits 3 major wounds. At this point, there is that thing where this Boltund came out and just got punished. And as it gets sort of like returned, there's a moment where like the friend group all turns and there's like a look at Lieutenant Surge, but simultaneously, Lieutenant Surge and every member of the gym trainers bursts out laughing as loud as possible in genuine hilarity at that situation. And it's the full like full like chest laughing. And as he starts coming out of it, the old man sort of like wipes his eyes and he goes, "All right then. Obviously you need to be taken seriously. You weren't top 16 for no reason." That was a good showing. Now let's keep going. At this point, as he's gonna pull another Pokeball off his belt. At this point, by the way, as he tosses out his Pokemon, you see the electric terrain is beginning to fade. This is the last turn of electric terrain. Actually,
Okay.
and drought would be fully done at this point. Just letting you know.
Okay.
So as this begins, he tosses out the Pokemon, and that same Pikachu appears and looks relatively confused to be out again against the same Pokemon. But because it's re-entering turn order, I actually forgot to roll for Boltund. I just kept Boltund at the same order. Technically speaking, every time a Pokemon enters battle or changes their speed, we're supposed to be rolling speed die. So let me re-roll against Smolder's. And you don't re-roll, I re-roll.
Oh,
I've got
okay.
Smolder's original thing.
No.
Okay, Pikachu's
No!
going first. Pikachu's going first.
Shit, okay.
At this moment, as Pikachu is released,
This is gonna be rough.
you're gonna hear Surge go, "All right, Volt Tackle." He just kind of like barks out at this point, and Pikachu hits the ground and disappears to your line of sight and reappears like 2 inches away from Smolder as a fucking electric ball. Let's see whether or not it hits Smolder. It came back into battle, so it's no longer baby
it's-
doll-eyed.
Yeah. Is this special defense or defense?
This is physical.
Okay.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, I didn't roll great, so we'll see.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
4 and 4.
3 plus 4 is 7. So at this point, what do you shout to Smolder to get Smolder the fuck out of the way before this anvil hits Smolder?
I literally just yell, leap! Leap!
Smolder over the Pikachu that and like skids to a halt and like slides along the dirt ground like to right in front of you to where it like spins as it goes Pika and is like looking directly at Smolder at this point in time. Smolder, not gonna lie, looks taken the fuck aback behind what just happened. Smolder's turn though. What are you having Smolder do?
Corinne's got to get herself together before freaking. Okay. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? You said this was the last round that Drought's in effect, or Drought is done?
Drought is done. Electric Terrain is ending this turn.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I think we're gonna go for it again. Corinne's gonna turn to Smolder, and I think because Corinne was taken aback by the speed of the Pikachu, Corinne's gonna advise Smolder. She's gonna say,
advisement.
"Wrap it up, babe. You gotta stop that Pikachu." And she's gonna tell Smolder to do a fire spin.
Fire spin. Okay, yep, go for it. 100%. Spec defense on my part. Boom.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 10. I finally rolled higher than you. It takes me fucking ever to do that. Okay, so at this point, as that fire spin's going, Pikachu is ready for it this time and deftly sidesteps it, goes Pika, and just like lowers the head and looks at you. Okay, it's Pikachu's turn. Do I set up another electric terrain or do I go straight into the damage? Has Smolder been touched at all yet?
Smolder took 5 wounds.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then we can set up another electric terrain. At this point,
what
Pika,
the fuck?
and it just begins to hop across the field, and every time it hits, it starts to imbue the ground again. Re-upping electric terrain.
No.
And now it's back to Smolder's turn. What's Smolder up to?
As the Pikachu is like hopping around the terrain, I feel like Smolder's eyes are like tracking where it's going. And as it like kind of like locks on to where the Pikachu's gonna be, it's gonna preemptively fire off an ember and try and hit the Pikachu with that.
Okay, 100%. I'm rolling spec defense, you're rolling spec attack. Okay.
Oh, I did not explode.
Oh, I did.
I don't like the yes you just said when you exploded.
I'm sorry.
I got
losing to Kenna like 5 rolls in a row brought out the competitive, like, so I'm excited. Like, I'm like, yeah!
I got an 11.
I got a 19. Cool. So at this point, I rolled 8, which was the explosion of my D8, then a 7, and then a +4. That's how that maths, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. 15 + 4 is 19. Yeah.
Yes.
So at this point, once again, Pikachu is just a fucking bore underneath as we go back up to the top of the round, and it's gonna go to Pikachu's turn. And Pikachu's gonna once again Pika disappear. Special or physical defense. Go for it.
Nope, this is gonna be a 7.
Okay, this is gonna be a 10. At this point in time, you see as Pikachu connects. The Volt Tackle normally deals 4, but it's a stab move and Electric Terrain is up, so Smolder's gonna take 7. It's up to you if you want to use friendship or not. This is your stakes. This is your stakes.
Hang on, I gotta think about this. Okay. Everybody wait.
Everybody, calm down.
First of all, yeah, Smolder's gonna take the damage, but Coryne is gonna kind of yell out to Smolder, and be like, hang on for me just a little bit longer, Smolder, just hang on. And we're gonna spend the 4 friendship to stay up.
Okay.
And then it's Smolder's turn next, right?
Yep.
Okay. As it's Smolder's turn, Coryne is actually gonna return Smolder.
Okay.
And as Coryne returns Smolder, she's gonna say, good job hanging on. You did great. And then Coryne is actually gonna throw out her Buddy, Thornton.
Oh, Thornton's first battle. We're doing a bunch of firsts today. Woo!
Oh, the little cutie guys.
The little cutie guy. Yeah, you
Cutie
toss
guy.
out your tiny little plant Pokemon. And there's a moment where Pikachu kind of snorts, like, Pika, looking at that tiny little Badoo.
So as Thornton comes out, he definitely, like, as the Pikachu snorts, Thornton kind of like flinches and is like, we're just kind of having a good time, right?
As you say that, you do notice that, like, your attention being brought back to Pikachu. You notice that Pikachu's like legs shake just a little bit as it's standing, and you realize that Volt Tackle that it hit dealt a little bit of damage to itself as well. Volt Tackle is a recoil move. It's a whole lot of power that gets hit, so just letting you know.
And the Pikachu is snorting. Interesting.
The Pikachu is snorting. Pikachu, let's see here. I like grass types resist. Okay, so at this point, you see that Pikachu is going to Pika-Pee, and you get worried that another Volt Tackle is coming, but actually instead you see that Pikachu's tail takes on like a metallic sheen, and it's gonna hop up into the air and bring its tail up, and then try and bring it down like a hammer as it's gonna go to Iron Tail. You can go ahead and roll a physical defense.
Quick question: did I need to roll speed or no?
You absolutely 100% did, and I forgot to do it. Go ahead and roll speed for Badoo. Thank you very much.
Okay, that is going to be 9. I don't think it
9?
beats Pikachu.
Okay. Yeah, Pikachu is current, but I do need to know it for when Pikachu eventually gets swapped out at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you got a 9. That was an
Okay,
explosion.
sounds good.
That was not.
Okay.
14.
Did I roll my thing yet? I haven't rolled my thing yet. You rolled 14. I rolled 5. What does it look like as Iron Tail fucking misses? As Iron Tail whiffs.
But Thornton is such a little guy, and he's really timid, and so as he like pops out, he's not fast, but he sees the Pikachu coming, and he just goes, "Ah!" And you just see the like his little twirly leaf things just kind of move him over to the side as he like flinches out of the way.
Okay, 100%. It's gonna be Thornton's turn. What's Thornton doing?
So Thornton, having just flinched out of the way of that huge tail, is gonna kind of like panic, and you're just gonna see it kind of like whoop, bump up a size as it uses growth on itself to try and beef itself up a little bit more to deal with this horrifying mouse.
100% as it growths itself up. Cool. I'll go up to the top, back to the mouse's turn. Let's see here. I think we're gonna go for another Iron Tail. We're just gonna bring the hammer down.
No, go away, go away, go away.
What'd you get?
7.
One away from a crit, 16.
Oh my god.
So at this point in time, as the Iron Tail comes down this time, boom, that is going to deal 4 steel type wounds to Badoo. And then we need to roll whether or not your defense stat die goes down by 1 size. So you're going to roll HP.
I got 9.
I got 8, so your defense die doesn't go down. Yay for you, buoy for me. Anyway, it is now gonna be Badoo's turn.
Okay. As that Iron Tail came down and whacked my poor little Badoo, Thornton's gonna kind of take that damage, and instead of like attacking the Pikachu, obviously you're gonna see Badoo's little tendrils wrap around the Pikachu almost as if it's in like a hug. And then you're gonna see the tendrils like start to squeeze. and it's gonna use Mega Drain. It is a grass type special move. Oh. Oh.
What'd you roll? Oh no.
I exploded.
I heard a 3rd die roll.
Aaron.
Okay, I heard a 4. I'm about to hear a 4th die roll. This is crazy.
Aaron.
It can happen. We're rolling D6s, bud. They're statistically unlikely it can happen.
I'm not rolling a D6. I upped my size with growth, so it's a D10 because it was a D8, and I just exploded 3 times on a D10.
I'm so glad crits don't stack. That'd be wild. What's your total?
33.
I rolled a 6.
Holy crap.
Okay.
That's almost
So-
6 times what
So-
Aaron rolled.
It's a grass type special move, so it deals stab. You're adding 1 from stab and 3 from crit. What's your total?
So it's base 2, so 5, 6 wounds.
Immediately squeeze and Pikachu goes Pika, 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 Pika. What does it look like as you fucking faint this Pikachu with this?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I feel like Thornton is just like squeezing this Pikachu, and you see like as it's squeezing, Thornton starts to kind of like glow as it is absorbing the wounds that it's dealing back into itself as it's healing itself. And then as it like squeezes, it gives like 1 extra just and then it like lets the Pikachu lay down.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
That's so fucked up for so many reasons.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a
He's
fucking
He's just
violent
sleeping.
end.
That man is dead.
He's dead.
Poor little guy, he's all
Okay.
tuckered out.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
god. Oh, that fucking sucked for me, bro. Okay. And as we go into the next round, the final round of Electric Terrain's second setup, there's the thing where Surge does look just a little bit too excited by that, just a little too bloodthirsty by that. But he's gonna
like
go,
it.
all right, last one for you. And he's gonna throw out the last Pokeball, or this last Great Ball. And for a second, you're like, oh, I just got rid of Pikachu. Why is Pikachu back? And then you realize this Pikachu is 6 inches taller, probably 20 pounds heavier, and bright orange. As a Raichu appears with its like elf-like, like little curled ears and bigger tail. It's gonna go, hooray! As it gets out. Fun fact, Badoo outsped Raichu with a 9. Raichu is at an 8.
That's insane.
As we get into this final turn, Badoo is gonna take his turn first of Electric Terrain.
Okay. Can you, if I use growth again, the die size will grow again?
Yes.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
In that case, yeah, so I think what's gonna happen is Badoo, Thornton is gonna kind of, just like take like 2 little little waddle steps forward and is going to wrap its tendrils around itself and it's gonna and grow again so it can up its special attack and attack die one more time.
Okay. As Thornton begins to like grow, you see that there's like this thing where Raichu kind of like looks at it and goes, right. And as it does so, it gets like a little mean look in its eye, like a vicious little look, as it's gonna nasty plot and raise its own die size by 2. And then Electric Terrain will fade. Pokemon can now be put back to sleep. Electric type moves no longer deal 2 additional wounds. And that is gonna be your turn.
Brilliant. And as the Raichu is kind of looking at Thornton really like nastily and mean, you see Thornton just kind of like whine a little bit, and it's gonna unsnake its little leafy tendrils and like reach out for a hug, and it's gonna try to Mega Drain the Raichu.
As it goes, Surge's like, no, don't fall for that one. Back the fuck up. Okay, let's do Spec Defense. Okay.
Oh, okay. I got a 15.
I got an 8, dude. I got an 8. All right.
Aaron's rolling like booty today.
It's a D6. I can only do so much with it. I can only do so much.
So
It's
that's
not the
gonna be-
tournament. I don't
It's
have
not about the
D20s
size,
to just
it's
draw.
about how you use it, Aaron.
I'm using it poorly.
Oh my god. So
Okay.
that's gonna be 2 base wounds plus stab, so it's gonna be 3.
Okay. Okay. And I feel like at this point you're fully healed, right? At this point, like Badoo is
Yeah.
back up to yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I actually forgot to mention something. Raichu has kind of like tucked onto its like little like side bit. There's like a little like pulsing purple orb, and you do see it like wince at the end of the last round. I forgot to mention it has a life orb, which means it does take a wound at the end of every round. Okay.
Oh,
so
Coryne gets worried.
so
Coryne gets
as you do that
scared.
absorb and starts to like suck in the life, Raichu is gonna turn and go, right. And as it looks forward, you see its breath almost looks like frosty. It's like, what the fuck? Why is an ice type move coming out of a Raichu? Well, there's this fun little move called Hidden Power, where the Pokemon gets a random type associated with it. I did not know this was going to come up in this battle, but the Hidden Power that I rolled for this Raichu, Ice type. So, as Raichu goes, it goes, right! At this point, it's going to, and there's like a burst of like cold, icy energy that is going to go hurtling towards Badoo. It's going to be Special Defense.
Oh, we're back down to the lower dice sizes. All right. Oh,
What'd you get?
6.
6. I got a 12, which unfortunately is not a crit. But you, I believe, are weak to ice type moves, if I remember correctly.
Yep, Thornton is.
Yeah, so you're gonna take a major wound off of this, as Hidden Power is going to. It's not the most powerful move, but it's nice to get a little bit of type advantage every once in a while. Okay.
Oh.
Now we're gonna go back up to the top to you.
So I feel like what's happening is like Badu is like latched on to this Raichu and it's just like ow, ow, ow with the ice type move, but isn't letting go. And you're just gonna hear Coryne go, "You're doing so good, Thornton. Go ahead and give him another big hug." And Thornton's gonna go ahead and do another Mega Drain, and it's the last Mega Drain that they can do.
I rolled a 5 plus 5 is 10.
I rolled at 10 plus 4 is 14.
Well, go fuck myself. You hit. It's 3 wounds again?
Yep.
And that means
3
you
wounds.
regain what? A wound because it's half rounded down?
Rounded down, so I get 1.
Yeah. Okay. And then at the end of the round, or no, sorry, at the end of the round, last round, I would have taken a wound from the life orb. So that's now rounded out. Okay. Cool. Now Raichu is gonna look, and you see that Raichu like gets a dark, like fun look in his eye from all that nasty plot, and he's gonna turn and he's gonna raise one fist as high as he can, and we're gonna go for a reversal. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll a physical defense die, please.
Oh, that is... What is Thornton's physical defense? Oh, it's still a d6.
It's still pretty solid, I think.
5 plus 4, 9.
7 plus 5, 12. As it turns, you see that the entire muscularity of this fat rat Pokemon turns and goes to fucking punch into Thornton. Fun fact about reversal as a move. It's an all-out attack that deals damage equal to the number of wounds the user has received. Raichu's rocking 8 wounds right now, as Raichu's gonna turn and just fucking sucker punch Badu with all of its power.
So Thornton just takes 8 wounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 3, 6. I would need to use 2 to keep it up? Is that right?
You were at 2, then took 8. Yeah, you'd need to use 2.
Okay, I feel like
damage.
I feel like this like sucker punch launches Thornton like fucking like the tendrils just cannot hang on and it just launches this little seed.
Makes like these little squeaky toy noises where it's like.
As Thornton like lands, is just knocked out. And Corinne's gonna go ahead and return him and just be like, I bet that hurt. I'm so sorry. Spa day for you. Spa day for you.
I will point out, as we hit the end of this turn, Surge is gonna quietly go, "Don't let her take you out after only one Pokemon," as he's gonna use a friendship to keep up from Life Orb, because the Life Orb would have dealt another damage. Remember, he's sitting at 8 right now. He's in a precarious fucking position in terms of damage he's taken.
You see, okay, so this all happens like in a split second, right? But if anybody is watching Coryne, there's like a decision being made here. And Coryne has recognized that this entire gym is about showing strength, right? Not only just physical, but like mental and emotional strength, keeping in total control of yourself in a wild situation. You see Coryne like reach for a different ball, and then instead reaches back for Smolder's ball.
Let's go!
And pulls Smolder back out. And she kind of like talks into the ball before she releases Smolder. She's like, I need you to try and finish this up for me, okay? It's you and me. We got this. And she goes ahead and she releases Smolder.
Fuck yeah. All right, Smolder's back up. Give me the speed die for Smolder.
This is going to be... Oh, nope. Speed is a D6.
You don't have to roll very high to beat Raichu.
Wow, that was a 6. 7 plus 4 is 11.
Yes, Smolder beats Raichu. Smolder's going to be first up in this round. And this matters because both these Pokemon are fucked right now.
Smolder, as Smolder hits the field, immediately it just sits on its hind legs again, and you see instead of it closing its eyes, it zeroes in on this Raichu and is almost like in a compelling state and uses extrasensory.
All right, let's go. Let's fucking go. Spec defense. Let's do this. You've been boning me all night. We'll see if this works.
I got a 10.
I got an 8. What does it look like as Smolder looks down his snout and takes out Lieutenant Surge's last Pokemon?
So as that, like, so this Raichu has been, like, staring nastily at Thornton the whole time, right? And I feel like as Smolder hits the field, it just returns that stare right back. And it's one of those things where they're, like, holding each other to see who's gonna break first. And as the Raichu blinks, it just, like, faints. And you see Smolder kind of just, like, Smolder just turns to Coryne, sits back down, and just kind of goes, "No picks." Like, we're done.
Fuck yes, absolutely. Woo! All right, you have successfully beaten Lieutenant Surge at this point, and he kind of laughs and smiles, and he goes,
That was a good fight. That was a good fight.
You see that moment of lapse of like strength on his own end in that moment, but he goes,
You've earned my badge. Now stand aside just a second so I can beat your friend's ass.
Yes, sir. Corinne's gonna haul ass off the field.
And that is going to do it for this extra long episode of Pokemon Unbeatable. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate everything you guys have been here for. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching this episode of Unbeatable, which was brought to you by you, our patrons, which if you're not a patron, I recommend getting over there because we have an exclusive, super secret Discord. It's not secret. You just have to pay for the Discord and you'll get access to it, where we answer questions that are in our Q&A videos every single month. If you don't, I mean, that's cool too, I guess. Stay unbeatable.
Unbeatable, I'll train until I meet my goal. If stakes are high, no, I won't fold, because I am unbeatable. Earning every badge, whatever it takes, I'm gonna be the best trainer, you just wait. And I know the road ahead looks like it won't be easy. I am unbeatable. Standing by my side, got my friends with me to explore a whole world of possibilities. But no matter what the challenge is, we can overcome it together. Because we are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.